All right, all right, all right. Here we are. I got my cocktail. And I was thinking of a story. Story back in 2004. My wife and I, we went to Cancun, Mexico. I don't know if you've ever been to Cancun, Mexico before, but there's a lot going on there. So we got to catch our plane. We catch our plane in Oakland. And what's wrong is that it's delayed. So we're supposed to be there at noon to travel out. We end up being in the airport for like, I don't know, 10, 11 hours because it got delayed. So we end up on the plane and we end up landing in Cancun at, oh man, like 2 or 3 in the morning. Yeah, it took forever. Getting my equipment, getting everything out, getting everything shipped over. We ended up in a hotel, and we stayed in an all-inclusive resort because that's where the ad was being shot. And it was great. There was parasailing. There was these bars or like 7 restaurants you could go, And what was odd is that I love Mexican food. Is that you can find Italian food, you can find sushi, you can find anything, but the only place you could get tacos was down on the beach. Now, when it's all inclusive, you can go anywhere, and you can go up to any of the restaurants, and the food's all included, and drinks. So we do a day of shooting. I do some shooting on the beach. I do some shooting with the parasail. Everything goes great. My wife's having a good time. I scheduled an extra 4 days for us to enjoy being there. So, when we first get there, we're in this big, on the 4th floor, we're in this big suite, and it's got a balcony that goes all the way around it. So you can walk out and walk all the way around the room. The room's a suite. It's a 2-room suite. 1 room for us, 1 room for the kids. And had a great time. The first time we get there, my wife's getting ready. In the morning, we're getting ready to leave, and my wife's taking a shower. So, and it's pretty big, so she's got a towel wrapped around her, and she's got a towel on her head, and one of those, I don't know, those swami things. And she reaches over and she turns the water on to the shower, and it's a big sunken bathtub. Kinda, it's halfway sunken, but it's like a big jacuzzi bathtub with a shower in it. So she leans back, and I'm watching her, and she turns the water on, and then she walks over to finish doing what she's doing, and I see something hop up the minute she turned the water on. So like a dummy, I tell my wife, whatever you do, don't look in the bathtub. So what's my wife do? She looks in the bathtub. And then all of a sudden she looks at me, and with one hop levitates off the ground all the way over to this huge bathroom and sticks to me, and we fall down. It was hilarious. Well, what it was is this big spider, like a tarantula, was in the drain. When she turned the water on, the water hit it and it popped up, and I seen it. She seen it and then accosted me. But we shut the door, and we called the hotel. I said, when we were leaving, they were going to go in and get it out. So I come back, there's a note on the door and on the counter. They found it. It's all good. So we go about our business. Like I said, we come back. It's caught. It's out of there. So we're sitting down playing some games and stuff. And as I'm sitting, there's like some steps that go up to the doors. This spider comes walking across the floor. So I jump up and grab a coffee can. And I'm going, okay, well, I'm gonna catch it. So I run over there, and it was weird because the spider didn't run. The spider came at me, and I slammed the coffee can lid down on it, and then caught it. And then I took it down to him, and the guy looked at it, and when he grabbed hold of the can, and he opened up, and he goes, "Oh yeah, that it eats flies," and puts it away. So that was the first of the excitement. And then there was emptying our shoes out. I'd leave my shoes out on the front, and I'd have to empty my shoes out so the scorpions wouldn't bite my feet. So then we go down and we rent a car. This is when it gets really fun because we're going to go out and see what's going on. Actually, we're in Cancun, and I wanted to find a Walmart. I don't know why. I just thought it'd be funny to find a Walmart in Cancun. So we rent a car. And we're in the car, and we go around, and we find a Walmart. We drive around town. We said, hey, we're going to go out into the, we're going to go out off up to the other end of the peninsula and kind of get out into the land a little bit. So we're driving along, and it's a barren road with nothing in it. Like a 2 lanes on this side, 1 lane on this side, big old yellow line. Just long and barren and dusty. And you'll see these farms or these houses off to the side. And they're a good 3 or 4 miles apart. Then there's a driveway, and there'll just be a gate. No fence, just a gate. And all these cows will be around that gate. It was really odd. So we're driving along. Then I come up over this little hill, this little hump, and there's a kid, probably about 13, 14 years old, walking out there with a leash, like a horse leash. And we pass him by, and we're driving along. We get up over the next hill, and there's a cop car, just a cop car, just sitting out there. We keep on driving a little bit further, and then there's a policeman walking around, and I guess he belonged to that cop car, but it was just really odd that how all this was like out of a movie. It's like, so anyways, we got back to the hotel, and we took a dinner cruise. And we took a dinner cruise out to and to go see the Blue Lagoon, and to do dinner cruise to the Blue Lagoon. Take the dinner cruise, have lobster. Awesome, a lot of fun. Got really hammered. So next morning, I'm down. It's probably not morning. It's probably late morning, early afternoon. Probably 11 o'clock. I'm down getting me some tacos down on the beach fender, right? My wife and my daughter come down. They go, hey, we're going to go get our hair done. Because that's the thing you did back then. I said, okay. But watch it if you get your fingernails and toenails done, just watch out. And she laughs at me and goes, hey, that's all right. We'll see. What happens is they leave. There's these big-ass iguana lizards. I mean, they're big. They're all over the place out there, just laying around. Well, when we're drinking those watered-down drinks with that maraschino cherry in there, I don't eat those cherries, and neither anybody else. They throw them out there, and the lizards eat those cherries. This is probably the funniest, besides her getting me with the spider, this is probably the funniest one yet. So, down there for a couple hours, drinking, eating tacos, carnitas, throwing those maraschino cherries out. Here comes my wife and my daughter. Sure enough, they got their fingernails done and their toenails done in red. Now remember, these lizards are about that long, longer than that. That's not counting the tail. And they've been eating these red maraschino cherries, and now these ladies are coming by with red toenail polish on. That was a riot. That was hilarious. Nobody got hurt. They're not going to hurt anybody, but just seeing how they ran around, that was probably the highlight of the trip. So that night, we went to a show. And the show is a storytelling show. And something I didn't realize is that they don't pay their... Went to a show without the kids. Went to a show down at a bar. They don't pay the help. And what was funny, these guys came in doing these entertainment, dancing and doing games with the crowd. Something I didn't realize again is that they don't get paid. The tavern, the bar, the club gives them booze to give away. They live off of tips, and I have to tell you, this is probably some of the best entertainment I've seen in my life. They had me laughing for hours and hours. And then big storm came in. We were all locked in the room, and the only channel that was in English was the Hallmark channel. And other than that, we all had a really good time. One to remember, gold, silver. Silver, bought a ton of silver for my wife. You ever go down to Cancun, Mexico, or Cabo San Lucas, be prepared to buy some silver. Yeah, that's it. One quick story I was thinking about, because I guess I'm going to Disneyland in May and Barcelona in the summer. Till next time, talk to you later.